and you will be asked to show all of your work and solve something by completing the square. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the directions over here and an example here. So our example, I did one yesterday. I'm going to do another one. X squared plus 10x. Let me do this. Equals. Let me go 15, and let me go minus 10. All right, let me do this. So our first directions, I'll come over and show those people directions. Direction number 1, I sort of wrote them down yesterday, is move it. And the reason you have a teacher is that I can tell you what it is. This is the it. The constant term next to the x squared. Move it. So what we're doing is we're adding 10 to both sides. And I usually don't even show this. But we're adding 10 to both sides. And so we're left with x squared plus 10x. Hint, leave some space, equals 25. And poop. We're going to change the problem. We're going to change the problem to 150, just so we can do this. Make the original problem 150, okay? And then it's going to make this, you're going to have to make a mess of that. It's going to make it 160. Okay, I didn't, okay, sorry about that. Okay, I didn't want it to become 0. All right. So just change the original problem to say equals 150. And now when we half it, 5. It's not 160 now, you've really messed up your notes. Half it, 5. Cut, start over. The original problem says x squared plus 10x minus 10 equals 150. Move it is add 10 to both sides. Okay. And this is going to get, this could get up to 7 views. How embarrassing is that? You know, and then they give thumbs down and they say like, this teacher doesn't know what he's doing. You're probably right. The next directions are half it, square it, add it to both sides. This is the it. Half it, 5, square it, 25, add it to both sides. The second direction is half it, square it, add it to both sides. We've not broken any rules mathematically. Half of 10 is 5, squared is 25, and I wrote down 25 on both sides. Our next directions are combine it, factor it. If you were here yesterday, what we do is the following. When this was cut in half to 5, that becomes the factor. It becomes x plus 5 times x plus 5. We write x plus 5 squared. It's always what it was when it was cut in half. X plus 5 squared. And on this side, it is combine it, and we get 185. So the next direction, which I'll show the people on at home, is factor it. Combine it. Factor it. Combine it. All right. Oh my goodness, this blends into what we've learned before. We're going to square root both sides. So we have learned that when we square root this side, it becomes this. And when we square root this without explanation, I'm going to put a plus or minus in front of it for the positive and negative. And the next direction is square root them. All right, let's do a little bit in our head or our calculator. I'm going to have to simplify 185. Does 4 go into 185? No way. Does 9 go into it? Hey, do this. 9 into 18, no way. Hey, if 4 does not go into it, do you even have to check 16? If 4 doesn't work, 16 is not going to work. Next perfect square is 25. 25 go into that? Nope. All right. 36. Say if 4 or 9 doesn't go into it, 36 won't go into it. The next one is 49. 49, maybe if you're good in your head or divide it. 49 is not going to work. 64. Hey, if 4 didn't work, 64 won't. That's not going to break down any. And the last direction is going to be isolate y, isolate x, take away 5 on both sides, and we write it like this. The last direction is isolate x. And for those at home, you're going to have to hit pause. Those are the directions. All right, just one more example, a little more complex example. It's going to add some additional work to us. And when I say us, I mean you, I guess me. Solve by completing the square. Again, you will be asked to show the steps on how to solve this. Do I need a new recording? No. All right, the one I did yesterday and the one I did today had something in front here. What number was in front of the x squared? 1. A 1. That, people, if you're no good at math, is a 3. It's not a 1. Well, you okay?
Yep.
Well, I don't want to teach anymore. I don't want to teach anymore. I don't want to teach, now they're going to see that and fire me. I don't want to teach any different kind of examples. Okay, that's going to become a Mimi. Those like Mimi things, that's going to be a Mimi. Okay, I want to keep my job. Okay, here we go. We've always had a 1 here. I do not want to teach you how to do it with a 3. So I'm not going to. So I'm going to divide this by 3. Whoa, wait a second. Are the mathematical authorities running down here to say that I did something illegal? Oh wait, I'm going to divide this one also by 3. Are they still running down here telling me I did something? I'm going to divide this one by 3. Are they still running down here saying I've done something illegal? Yes. I'm going to divide this by 3. Hey, have I just finally not broken any mathematical laws? I've divided everything by 3 on both sides of the equation. So 3 divided by 3 is 1x squared. 15 divided by 3. That's the story problem. That is the sad, happy problem. It's sad and happy. You have no money and you divide it by your 3 friends. How much does everybody get? 0. Happy, sad. You have no money, sad, but you have 3 friends happy. So it's the happy, sad story problem. All right, now we're ready to go with it. Let's go move it. That's the it. Hint, leave some space. We're going half it, square it, add it to both sides. For those of you that weren't here yesterday, come over here, do some work, and then I'll eventually bring the camera over here. Half of 5, half it is easiest done as 5 halves. That's going to be half it. Square it is going to be as easy as 25 over 4. Half it, just 5 over 2, square it, 25 over 4. Half it, 5 halves, square it, 25 over 4, add it to both sides. Factor it, again, if you were here yesterday, is easy. It just factors to x plus what? 5. 5 over 2, just whatever it halved. It just easy factors. Okay, fractions. So I'm going to the side. I'm bringing our at-home players over here. All right, I am adding 7/3, adding that to 25/4. Needed common denominators of fourths. Take this times 3. I did that wrong. I take this times 4. 3 times what is 12? 3 times 4 is 12. Take 7 times 4. 4 times something is 12. 4 times 3. 25 times 3 is 75. This is going to become 103. All right. Half it, square it, add to both sides, factor it. Now square root. Without explanation, plus or minus. Oh my goodness, things in this class are following one after another. Things we've learned before, we're learning now. Things we've learned before, we're learning now. We are now going to have to apparently break down square root of 103 over square root of 12. Oh, we've done this before. We could take it times 12 over 12. I'm going to suggest, if you remember, making that a little smaller and breaking that into square root of 4 and square root of 3, which is the square root of 103 over 2 root 3. Wow, this looks just like last chapter. I'm going to take this times the square root of 3 over the square root of 3, and that is the square root of 309 over 6. 3 squares 3. All right, we're going to try to break down 309. Is there any way 4 goes into that? No. 309. Anyway, 9 goes into that. People are saying no. If you don't know, you could try dividing. If 4 was no, is 16 no? 25 is obviously no, correct? Because it doesn't add in 5. Okay. 36. If 4 didn't work, 36 doesn't. 49's got a chance. Real quick, 309 divided by 49. It's got a chance, I suppose. Yep, nope. Nope. 64. If 4 didn't work, 64 is not going to work. 81. Hey, real quick in your head, 81 times 4 is? What's 80 times 4? In your head? 320. So what's 81 times 4? 324. So 81 doesn't go into it. 100 doesn't go into it. 121, it's looking like that's not going to break down. All right. So we drive back here. This becomes x plus 5 halves equals and the last step is to isolate y. A lot of fractions on this, finishing this up. And the last thing we have to do is the following. Add negative 5 over 2 plus or minus the square root of 309 over 6. Common denominators, that has to be a 6. So we take this times 3. And that's going to be our answer. Did I get done in time? Oh, no. I can only record